Hello, I am Dr. Farshad Amini Behbahani and this is short course of Iranian traditional medicine. In this section, we discuss about correctors of the food. There are few foods that in their simple form be pure foods. I mean, by definition, food is a consumable or eatable thing that become part of the body without changing the temperament of the body. Actually, most of groceries and raw materials of cooking are medicinal food. That means besides being part of the body, they change the temperament of body. So, in order to making balanced food or proper food for each ethnic group, each ethnic group has its special recipe that should be respected. For this means, for achieve to this goal, we should correct the medicinal food that we used as our food. There are some correctors that do such duty. Some correctors are actually cooking techniques. For example, frying make the temperament of food more or drier. Compared to boiling with water or cooking with the steam. Some correctors are spices and other medicinal foods that we add to the fundamental food in our cooking. Some correctors are mini food that we consume in the table besides the main food. Besides the correcting the temperament of the food and making proper food for each temperament group or each person's temperament, there are some other things or duties that correctors do for us. Some correctors actually correct the unpleasant smell or taste or color of the fundamental food. For example, by adding turmeric to the fish, we correct the unpleasant smell of the fish. By adding some tomato, we make the color of food red, that is more familiar to the nature as food for a color. Most of foods have red color or orange or yellow color. Some correctors actually detoxify the probable toxins of the food. For example, by adding fresh lemon juice or fresh lime juice, most of the toxins in the belief of Iranian traditional medicine is correctable. Lemon or lime is an antidote in Iranian traditional medicine for many warm toxins. For example, we add this to seafoods for correcting the possible toxin. Another job of correctors is to make digestion more easier. For example, by adding turmeric in the food, we make digestion of liver digestion more easier. By adding some onion or garlic in the meat, we make the digestion of meat easier because they loosening the fabric of the meat. So more meats be thicker, like meat of cows. There are more onion or garlic need to lose its fabric. For loose meat, like meat of little birds, we don't use garlic or onion. Their digestion is easy itself. Another example is adding mini food on the table. For example, pickled vegetable to make digestion of fat easier, or oxymel like drinks, like different kinds of colas or lemonade that are oxymel like drinks, considered oxymel like drinks because they are an acid and a sugar, sour and sweet together combined. We call these oxymel like. These are useful for making the digestion of fatty food or thick foods. In non-Muslim nations, they use wine beside the food that make the digestion of stomach digestion more easier. Another corrector's job is to add some joy to the food, like rose water or saffron, to make a joyful food, to correct sad position or sad situation, to correct sadness or bring joy for the guest. For example, Iranian add some rice mixed by saffron water to both pleasant the color of the food and smell of the food and bring joy to their guests. They call it saffron cello. It means rice with saffron. Or in halwa, as a sweet, as an Arabian sweet that we use in Iran too, we use rose water and saffron to make a joyful sweet, and we serve it in sad situation. Another job of correctors is to lead the extract of the food or energy of the food to a specific organ. For example, by adding saffron to the food, we lead the energy of food to the heart. By adding cinnamon, we lead the kilos of the digestion of the food to the liver.